Hi everybody, my name is Piet Swart and I'll be your host right through this webinar here. So I'm really looking forward to interact with you guys there. So the first thing I just need to know is if everybody can hear me. So that's the first thing. You will see there that in your chat button there, you can just type in there, yes, I can hear you. If you can't hear anything, please just type in there, no sound, and I'll know there's no sound. So I'd hate for you to lose anything. Great stuff. Yes, 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 coming through. Yes, I can hear you. Great stuff. I've already had a lot of questions before the webinar even started. It looks like a fantastic bunch of people that we've got here. Brilliant. So I'm really looking forward to this, and I'm really looking forward to share with you all the information that I have about Forex, and I'm really absolutely serious to share this with you. So it's going to be up to you about how much you're going to take in and how much you're going to store inside, because maybe it's a good idea also if you don't have a pen and paper ready already, so to go and get yourself a pen and paper. And, you know, maybe there's a few things that you just want to list, which I might say here. And the best thing is rather to have it on paper, because afterwards you come and thought, but what did he say there? There was something important that he said, and I can't remember it. And let me tell you, that is absolutely frustrated. So that really frustrates me, because I've been through this. I've been through my first webinar. I've been through everything. And that's why I say I'm really looking forward to take your hands and go the way with you guys. So we've sorted out the first thing. Everybody can hear me fine here, and I'd just like to know two things from you quickly. It's really interesting, this way of technology, that the whole globe is just shrinking, and we've got everybody together here. So the first thing I want to find out, how are you guys? You can just chat quickly. Type into the chat box there, yes, I'm fine, no, I'm not fine, I'm sad, I'm bad, and then from which country. That's quite interesting to see where we are all situated, because that's very interesting to me. And then, good day from the US, there's one from South Africa, Bakhart, great stuff. Then we've got one from the United States of America, India, Norway, Namibia, fantastic, Norway, France, Poland, Serbia, great, man. And there's even one from Cape Town, great stuff, Canada, Philippines. We are all over the globe. Can you believe it? And how it seems like all of you is doing well. They say, well, we're doing well. And so it looks like we've got a nice positive vibe into this webinar. And we're going to build it out here, and I'm really looking forward to help you to take a lot away when you leave here. So I'll be your host through the webinar, and it's going to take about 1 hour. And in this hour, I'm going to try and stuff as much stuff in here as possible, because it's the same thing. It's like having a 1 hour interview with Michael Schumacher, and you want to ask him to tell you everything of his secrets and how he's driving, and then after this hour, there's no ways that you will be able to jump into a Grand Prix car and just drive the times that he does around the track. So it's the same thing happening here. So I am really going to try and give you as much information as I can. You must take it in, make notes about it, and please, the same chat box that you used to say there how you were and if you could hear me, in that chat box you can ask me questions. But don't worry, at the end of the session there will be a chance for questions that I'm going to give you. So I'm going to see how many questions I'm going to have to answer with a limited time that we've got in this webinar. And then please don't worry, it's also recorded. So if you miss something, please, you can just go to my Facebook page there and on the blog there, and just, you know, ask us if we can't supply you with something, if it's possible, and things like that. So please, anything from here on that I myself or the team can support you with, please, you must really feel free to go and write it there on the blog, or go visit the Facebook and the website and things like that. Great. So let's go jump right into the meat there, and I'm sure this is what you can't wait to get into. Great stuff there. Jenny Hunter, California, originally Cape Town, near to you. Great stuff. It's amazing how everybody in the world, if we as South Africans are just opening our mouths. They say you're coming from South Africa because of our of the way we're speaking it. So, but I'm sure that you can all understand me here, and let's jump into it straight away. So the first thing I would like to do to you is just let you know that we are here from assistance, and I've already done that to you. I've jumped the gun a bit on this one, and that just shows you how excited I am just to share these things with you, to go ahead and really help you guys out there, because I know there's a lot of guys out there that started in Forex and maybe, you know, is totally out there in the desert. Maybe some 12 years, some just started, and this gives me a good idea of asking you also if I can just get an indication of you people in the audience there. How many of you are beginners? How many of you are intermediates, and how many of you are really advanced traders out there? I'm sure that will give me an indication of what we're going there. There's beginners, beginner. Okay, 7-year full-time, great stuff. Intermediate, great. So for the beginners, great news for you. You're going to learn a lot. Intermediate, absolutely great news. You're going to learn much more than you already know. And then the advanced ones there, remember, you're never too old to learn. I always say that you are never too old to learn. So just keep on hanging in there, and that's what I'm also going to tell you right through this webinar. And that's one of the things that I believe, ever since I started off with my Forex career, there was one thing I said: failure is not an option. So, and I said to myself, if it's to be, it's up to me. So the only thing out there is, if you can pick up whatever you can, all the information that you can put it together, and you can just stuff this into your head and just keep the important ones, you know, and let go of the other pieces of stuff, and just hang in there, focus, and do it, and just say to yourself, if it's to be, it's up to me. And, you know, then you will make it. You'll definitely make it, because if you really work hard at it, you will definitely make it. So I've got absolutely no doubt like that. But the way that I went through Forex, it was really the hard way. That was the hard way. You know, I never knew any professional trader around me. You know, I started off and I just knew this is what I wanted to do. This is what I wanted to do. I want this time freedom. I want this financial freedom that I see in the possibility in Forex. And I was really excited about it, because my whole life I was looking for that. I've been farming for 17 years, and I've been really working hard and going out there. And I mean, it's one of the most loveliest jobs that you can get. But I mean, there's no money in farming. Let's be honest to each other. That's one of the things. And I was looking at something that really I can make a lot of money, and I have the time to spend it. Doesn't that make sense? I mean, it makes so much sense. You know, make the money, and there's the time to spend it with your family on the things that you love by doing. I mean, life is so short. Why would you just go through life and just bending and work out? I've got nothing against it. But I always believe that there must be something else than the normal 9-to-5 thing. Some people love the 9-to-5. Nothing wrong with it. We need those people in there. So, when I saw this opportunity, I immediately knew this is what I wanted to do, and I've just set my head on it, and I said I'm going to do it, and I've pushed through. So I had to walk the hard way. I went out there, and I went onto the internet, get all the information, pieces of information, put it together, open up a demo account, you know, bump my head, you know, putting in trails. And you know, the most amazing thing about the market is how the market is so nice to beginners, especially guys that comes on the market for the first time, and you thought, listen, let me see how this thing works, and I saw put in a buy. So you just put in a buy there, and all of a sudden the market goes in your ways, and you made $300, and you thought to yourself, my goodness gracious, this is amazing. And the next one you put in a sell, and the same thing, the market goes in your direction. And the first thing that jumped in your head, and come on now, you must be really honest with me. How many of you out there this has happened with? So the next thing you saw, you made $600, and the next thing you know, made $1,000. And you thought to yourself, this is what jumped into my mind. I thought to myself, I was made for this. This is my purpose in life. I've missed it my whole life. I'm telling you, my whole life I've missed this thing, and now I was brought to this. This is my destiny. And I just looked around and I thought, great, this is it. I've got the thing, I've got that touch, that special touch. And then the real absolute reality struck me. And after a while, you put in a buy and it goes the other way. You put in a sell, it goes the other way. And then the next thought jumps into your mind, saying to yourself, I'm sure somebody's watching me. No. Every time I put the sell in, there's somebody out there that just moves the market in the other direction. And then you start, these things jumping into your head that the market is against you. Or maybe the broker is watching you. I'm telling you, and all this kind of stuff. So you go through this roller coaster, right? And this is what I was going through. I mean, I didn't know anyone from nowhere. So I started buying, the one system after the other system, tried this, tried that. And I mean, go onto the internet. And I'm telling you, I've really bumped my head. So it took me more than 3 years to start getting into a direction and start putting the things together and start getting the indicators, testing them with each other, or working together. And eventually it started working out. Eventually it started to get together. So when it started getting together, then it was when the light came on. All of a sudden the light came on. And I saw, but this works. I mean, I can make this work. So it started going and going and going. And then I stumbled across this system that I got onto the market. And when I started using the system, then I slowly started raking in the profits, and the profits came in. But again, I was on my demo account, and I was working on my demo account. And you will always hear from a professional trader, they say usually you totally blow your first live account. Why is that so? Because, I was fortunate. I never blew any live account. You can call me fortunate, or you can call me lucky, or whatever the case may be, but I think I know why I didn't blow my first account. The reason why I didn't blow my first account, I really traded for a very long time on my demo account. So I really tried to get hold of my emotions, and before I started moving on to a live account, because I can tell you there's a huge difference between a demo account and going over to a live account. It's like something happens in your head, and something is just messing your head totally up. You won't believe it. Even if you've got $100 in your live account, it's just like your head is totally mesmerized. I mean, you can't believe it. All of a sudden you make the silliest things, and decisions, and all stuff like that. So yes, and this is what I want to cover with you also in this webinar. But I've got a special announcement here. At the end of this webinar, now you must listen very, very carefully. At the end of this webinar, there will be a competition. But more details on that soon, so I will tell you about that more. So please, you must stick around. It's going to be very exciting, and maybe it's going to be worth a lot to some of you guys that just sticks around here. So please hang in there with me and bear with me, and I promise you that I'm going to give you a lot of information. Talking about information, you know that information, they're saying that we're into the information age now. The reason for that is information is a lot of money. So I'm telling you, if you get good information, that's priceless. And this is what I'm going to give you here today. So I'm going to give you this information, and what you do with this information is up to you. But as far as I'm concerned, this is information that comes from my heart. It was really hard-earned information that I earned through struggles and everything. So the information that I'm giving you, I can make the road that I had in Forex for 3 years until I saw the light. I can shorten that road for you to less than a year if you stick with me and hold my hand and walk the road with me. That's what I can tell you. The first question I'm going to ask you is, why build a Forex business? The first thing, and anybody, even the advanced traders can tell me this, there must be a why. If you anything, and this is not applicable only to Forex, any other business there, if you start a business or start anything, there must be a why. And if you don't have a proper why, I can tell you, you've already starting to be unsuccessful. Because if you don't have a why, and that why is strong enough, you will never make it in this business. And I'm not talking about a why. Usually people say, listen, the I want money. Money is not good enough. Money is not the why. The reason why I say that is you can't take money and put them in a sewing machine and make you clothes, and you can wear a nice pant which is made of $10 notes or $100 notes. It will last 2 or 3 washes and then it's over and then it's wrecked. The same thing, you can't put money together and build yourself a car. No, money is not the thing. It's the thing that money can do for you, and this is the why that you were talking about. You must have a why, and if that why is that you want to get away from your 9-to-5 job, that's a why. That's a very, very good why, and you must see that. And that must burn so hard inside you that must drive you to go out there and be diligent and really go out there. And after every time that you just get a small little ditch, you will go through it and keep on pushing and pushing and pushing. So the why is very important. I mean, if I ask you, why do you do Forex? And you'll tell me, I don't know, I just want to, little sideline, something like that. Well, I don't know if you're going to be diligent enough then, if you're really going to push forward and break through to Forex. Freedom, but you must, some people is typing in your freedom, you're absolutely right, but it must be more than that. You must take it more in details. It's not only freedom. What is the things that gives you freedom? It's the fact that you can stay at home, your family, your friends, do things that you want to do, tour the world, whatever the case may be. But I don't want to, stand too long on this issue, but the point that I want to make is the why is so important, and this is applicable to any business, not only Forex. So it's important that please, you must have a why in this business. So if we move on to the next one, and this is maybe what you came for, the meat, is how do you build a successful Forex business? Now there's a lot of things there that I can tell you. Building a normal business, let's start there, because I always compare Forex to some so-called normal business, or another name for that is real business, because we are so caught up by the world that everybody believes that you must have a 9-to-5 job, and if you come home the sweat must be dripping from you, and then you've earned a hard day's work. And if you tell people, listen, I'm making money, the way I make money is I go and sit in front of my computer every hour for 10 minutes, and that's the way I make money, and I make 3 times the money that you earn. Then they would look at you very strangely, because it's like it's a sin, and there's no such thing. I mean, to build a business, a normal business, let's look what you need in a normal business. The first thing you need in any normal business is a business plan, a proper business plan. The second thing that you need is capital. You'll definitely need some capital, otherwise you can't start the business. And it's not a lot, it must be a lot of capital, because if you want to start off a really good business, you need a lot of capital, and you need capital to carry you for the next 6 months salary-wise or 1 year salary-wise, to make absolutely sure that this business is going to work. The third thing you need there is good products, or if you sell products, if you don't sell products, you might be rendering services, good services. The fourth thing is knowledge about the business. And it's amazing, after they've done some research, and they found that people that usually break away at the age of between 45 and 50 start their own business, and then they will go into a business totally different to what they were doing their whole life. So what I'm trying to say is, people start a business, and it's totally the opposite way that the things that they used to, the knowledge that they have. Usually it's something totally different. So if you don't have that knowledge, you'll have to get that knowledge. Number 5, you'll need the premises or offices. Number 6, you'll need staff, and you'll need to pay salaries, most probably. Number 7, you need licenses for employees, and licenses to run the business. Now, it all depends on in which country you are, but then there's a lot of laws surrounding staff, and a lot of risk and things like that. But the next thing that you need, if you build a Forex business, now this is a different one. So let's run through the how to build a Forex business. The first thing you need there is you need personal computer, you need internet connection, and basic computer skills. Now, I can tell that every one of you that's here have those three, because there's no ways that you can be on this webinar if you don't have a PC. There's no ways that you can be here without having internet connection and without having basic computer skills. So the next thing that you need there is a MetaTrader 4 platform and a good broker. All over the internet you can go and download a MetaTrader 4 and look for a broker. And then the third thing you need there is knowledge about Forex trading. Now this knowledge, there's a lot of free stuff on the internet that you can get to get your knowledge up to scratch. But I can tell you now, I mean, after my years of experience, I still learn something every day. And I can tell you this, if you get to a point where you say, listen, I've learned everything, I can tell you this, then the red lights must go off, because something is terribly wrong and you could hurt yourself by a statement like that. So the next thing you need there is a business plan, a good business plan. Now this business plan is what I want to just talk quickly about. You need a good system. You need to know how many money you're going to put in it. You need to know how long you're going to trade on a demo account. You need to know when you're going to move over. You need to know when do you qualify yourself to go over onto a real life account, with how much money you're going to do it, how long you're going to stay on that initial first startup amount of real money, and then, you know, things like that. Now all this must be included in this business plan. So, and then you need initial capital. Now, this is a nice one. With all the other businesses, if you really want to start a great business that's earning the type of money that we as professional traders are earning, you need a lot of capital. And the nice thing about Forex, now, I'm telling you, there is brokers out there. You can start a Forex business with as little as $10 on your account. Then you get something like, if there's a way to rather build your account while you're learning, why don't you do it? If you say in your business plan, I'm going to take 6 months or a year, or doesn't matter how long, all depends on how many effort you put in it initially, as how soon you're going to come to that point. We all want to come to that point where we say, listen, I want to break out now and I'm going to do Forex full time. So, but it's all going to depend on how much effort you're going to put in there and how much information that you're going to gather and how fast you gather it. So, if we look at compound interest, I can tell you this is amazing. I've got a table which I can show you. I haven't got it with me now, but if you start with a $2,000 account and you can just gain 5% compound interest per week, in 52 weeks, that means 1 year, you have an account of $25,000 plus. So in 1 year, you can build your account up to 25,000 plus US dollars. So just think about it. So let's say you take half of that. You start with a $1,000 account and you decide, listen, I'm going to work this business up for a year until I've got enough capital to start off, go full-time into the business. Then that means after 52 weeks, you have 12,000 plus US dollars in your account. And this is the absolutely magic about, compound interest. So it's absolutely great. So you can start with a minimum amount of money.